the comments. So the first bit is getting distracted. So if you're going to sit down and be looking at your business finances, try and pick a time when you're not going to get distracted by your kids, by your favourite TV show. I mean, it's all right when you're doing small things like maybe just scrolling through, slapping some receipts while you're watching in front of Love Island or something like that. But other than that, if you want to okay, words out straight tonight. If you want to actually concentrate and get everything done correctly, then try and do it without any distractions around you. I know it's hard, it's so hard, especially if you've got kids like me. There's always something around to distract you, but try and just get a time when you're by yourself or in a quiet room somewhere, and you can get things done. The second big mistake I see business owners make is not invoicing their clients straight away. So, I mean, I've been guilty of that myself, I'll admit. But for example, if you do jobs for clients and you don't invoice them straight away when, before you give them the final product, and then you forget to send the invoice, sometimes, it's a few weeks later, you suddenly remember. And they're probably going to be less likely to pay your invoice quickly because, they think, well, they obviously can't want the money that much. They can't need the money. They've waited a few weeks to even send me the invoice, so they obviously don't need the money yet. I'll wait until I've got some more money in, or, they're not going to really value your services that way. So that's another biggie, I think. It's definitely making sure you bill your customers on time. And kind of on top of that, to make sure that you're keeping on top of the people who owe you money. So each month, if you do sometimes have invoices outstanding from people, if you are taking money on credit, then actually send a statement to your customers at the end of each month, just as a little reminder. It's not, nothing snotty. You're not saying pay up now. You're just saying, just for your records, here's a record of what you still owe us outstanding. And they can check it against their records. And, sorry, my mind's just gone. They can check against their records and make sure that they've got everything. They can get a copy of an invoice if they need it. And, everyone knows where they are. The third one is paying in cash. Now, it's probably something that we all do. We pay in cash sometimes, and it's probably controversial me saying that, but it's not always that great. If we pay in cash, sometimes we don't always get a receipt, and then it's harder to remember to claim the expenses back on the business. If we pay by card, we've got it on the bank statement. We've got it there. We can remember to put it through our accounts. But if we pay in cash, obviously there's some things at the end of the day you always have to pay in cash. But if you can help it, paying by card is a lot better, I would say. It's definitely something that I would do, or something I always try and do, unless I really have to pay in cash. My fourth one mistake I see people doing is mixing up personal and business expenses. Again, I'm not going to lie, I've been guilty of this from time to time myself. It happens. Shit happens. Sorry. I hope no one's got anything when I swear. Sometimes I will swear. Rarely, but I do. Sometimes you get the wrong card out. It happens. I get that. But if you can help it, try and pay everything for your business through your business account, and everything personal not through your business account. At the end of the day, yes, if you're self-employed, you are the same person, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to keep records of your business expenses for your tax if you do not mix them up, especially if you've got an accountant, because your accountant is going to get annoyed with you. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, though, that's definitely another big one there. So let me just take a sip of water. Hope everyone is well. I know I've got a couple of people watching. Don't be shy, say hi. Sorry, my throat's really dry. Oh, there we go. Right. The last mistake I would say is not thinking about your tax until kind of Christmas time. Um, tax is something we always need to be aware of. If you can do, if you are in the place where you're got your finances sorted enough to, it's best to try and put money away each month for your taxes for that particular tax year. So for at the moment, we're in the 2020 to 21 financial year. The tax return for this year is not going to have to be due until January 2022. So what we're looking about 19 months away. But you need to be trying to, if you can, put money aside each month now, ready for that bill that's going to be there in 18 months' time. Yes, it's not nice to think about having to pay money out for tax. I know that, but at the end of the day, there are two things certain in life: death and taxes. Sorry, I'm just going to go on with a little story here. When I was younger, I always heard people say there are two things certain in life: death and taxes. And I don't know if it was the accent of the person who first said that to me. I must have been about 6 or 7. And I was adamant that they said taxes, not taxes. I didn't even know what taxes was then. So I thought they said taxis. And honestly, I was like, but taxis aren't certain. They're always late. Why are people saying they're certain? It wasn't until a few years later, when I was getting to a teenager, that I realised they meant taxes. And what taxes were. So yeah, get your money aside. Now, that is going to be one of the things I'm going to be going over in my challenge. So as a lot of you probably are aware who are watching this, if you're not, you probably should be, because I've been going on about it on my social media for the last week, multiple times a day. But I've got a 5-day free challenge, Clarity in Numbers, which starts on Monday the 15th of June, so that's next Monday, kicks off 6 a.m. next Monday. Lovely. So that is going to be great. And I'm going to teach you my 5 golden rules that I do when I work with customers, to help you get clarity over your business finances, and start to understand it all a bit more. So yeah, one of those is going over about putting tax away each month. So alongside a few other host of things that I'll be going over and doing some training videos as well. So really looking forward to that. I'm going to drop the link in the comments. I'm going to drop 2 links in the comments. The first one will be the one to sign up to the challenge. So if you are a self-employed person who wants to get clarity over their business finances, maybe you've tried before, but you're still not quite there, or even if you've never tried trying to get clarity before, it's all been a muddle, click on the link in the comments, register for your free space. Like I say, it's 5 days, you'll have fun, meet other business owners, it will be great, and I'll be going live every day in the group next week, so that will be good. It will be fun. The other link I'm going to put in the comments is the link to sign up to my Facebook notifications. So when I do go live, I'll send out a quick broadcast a couple of minutes before, just to say I'm going live now. Here's the link to my page. Come and watch. If I do one late in the night, so if I'm going to do one after 9 o'clock or kind of before 6 a.m. I really doubt I'm ever going to do any before 6 a.m, just to let you know, but I don't think it's going to happen. But then I'll send one out afterwards, just to say, I did go live at this time, didn't want to wake you up, but here's the link to the recording. So yeah, really excited about it all, and I will see you all soon.